Where do you want to go, Robin? Where do you want to go? We're going to go traveling somewhere.
Oh, good. I want to go to Paris.
Paris is always your answer.
I know. Until I go there, then I'll go somewhere else.
Anthony James is here. He's going to tell you how to go there.
Yes.
Okay.
Anthony is an expert in travel. He helps people figure out how to get from point A to point B all the time. And he talks to people on their way, by the way, over at the Homewood Suites, which is where he is the manager. Good morning, Anthony.
Good morning.
Good to see. Let me put your face in the picture. This camera was too low. How you doing?
Good. How are y'all?
We're pretty good. You're out of breath.
I've just been going back and forth. You hear about this? That new Universal is building a new 4,000 hotel rooms.
Really?
Wow.
4,000 hotel rooms.
Are you going there?
I want to go and look at it.
Is that in one building?
I don't know if it's a complex of hotels or if it has to be a complex of hotels.
Did I tell you this, that we looked at the price of that Portofino thing?
The Portofino Bay?
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you stayed there a week, you would pay more money than it would cost for two people to go to Paris and back and spend and be in a room over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, that was 1 week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 1 week in Orlando or 1 week in Paris. Either way, it's the same amount of money.
I'd rather go to Paris.
Holy mackerel.
Location. Because that's where it is. And don't forget, you got a lot of more of your international traveler. And your international traveler is coming here. They're going to spend the money when they come over here. Mm-hmm. So that's where a lot of these dollars are coming from. In that, if you look at the Orange County, if you look at their travel and tourism site, you would see that the international traveler over the last 3 years have more than come up above than what the domestic traveler is. So these people go back and forth over there. Also, you have these travel writers that come from England, Paris, Germany, China, and they come over and they write things about that. So when they go back in the locations, they see it.
Oh, okay.
But
there you go.
So if we could switch the roles here for you, instead of talking about traveling, let's talk about people who travel here. We, as people who live here, we can really tap into that. In other words, make money from that. And that's what tourism is a big moneymaker.
It is. It is blogging. Look at the Food Network. Everybody heard of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives?
Right.
Okay. They are actually getting ready to produce 4 more shows just like that. Just for that network.
Really?
Wow.
Because everybody wants to go where the food is. Or people are traveling. Oh, where was that guy at? What did they go? And so it's huge. So these blogging, these videos, these things like that, it can make you money.
Okay,
yes.
so okay.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to Italy, I might say I want to get some Italian food.
Mm-hmm.
France, I'm going to get some French food. Mm-hmm. What do people say when they go to Orlando? I want to get some Orlando food?
Well, what they're going to do is I find that most travelers, they don't really want the chain. They want to know what is there. What is
local? Where
do you go? Where are the locals
would that be?
go?
What would that be? I mean, what's not naming restaurants, but naming food. What kind of food is is this area known for?
Well,
alligator tail?
I think alligator, but Google and search where they're going to go. 8 out of 10 travelers are going to know where they're going to go before they get there.
Oh, that's
I should do that. I should know where I'm going to go before I get there.
That's my advice is to pick this depends on how long you're going to be there too, right? Mm-hmm. All right. So if you're going to be there for 2 days, of course you can't do everything. If you're going to be there for 5, pick a couple of things you've seen online, but then ask. Especially when you go to New Orleans or New York City or I'll say Memphis, those places that are known for really good food. Ask the people that work there, that live there, because they'll send you to those places.
Who's the travel lady we talked to out of New Orleans? What's her name? The Travel Jane or something?
Travel Girl.
Travel Girl. Okay.
Yeah, Travel Girl.
She's one of those travel people that she does a show. Right. So we had her as a guest, and her home is New Orleans. So I said,
Stephanie Oswald.
I said, what food would I eat if I went there? And she named those little red crawdads that you get at the Chinese restaurant.
The Mississippi mud bugs.
You like them?
The
Do you like them?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my gosh. I never had them, but they look horrible.
We got to try it.
Well, you know that you snap the tail and suck the head because of the juices.
Wait a minute.
Because they're small.
Yes.
I think I paid for this once before.
You might have.
Flashbacks.
It's true.
If it's that good, I might get some.
Do you know where you can get it here? Go to Mojo Grill. I think
Oh, really?
on Sundays. I think on Sundays they have them. Oh, but you got to try them. Try them here. But when you go to New Orleans,
I just can't imagine Rondo's face if I say to him, "I'm here to snap the tail and suck the head." Anthony sent me.
Yes, I'm telling you that stuff is. But it's the way it's cooked. It's the seasonings. It's the Creole. It's the Cajun spices and the butter.
You really like this, I can tell.
Well, it's New Orleans food. New Orleans food.
This is like I'm talking about your children, how much you just brightened up.
Oh, I'm telling you, New Orleans food. Have you never been there?
I've never been there.
Telling you.
Well, I've been to Baton Rouge, and I had that filet gumbo and crawfish pie and all that.
yeah.
It was outstanding.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
absolutely.
So you had
can't.
the crawfish then. If you had
no,
the pie,
No, I
It might have
didn't
been
have
in
the
it.
things in the shell.
you say crawfish pie.
Yeah, but I think it was probably all out because I didn't have any crunchy things. They must have been in there.
Yeah, crawfish etouffee. It's really, really
Yeah, they
good.
probably just had the
It's
meat in
pie.
there and no
Yeah.
shells. I don't
What did you
remember
say,
crunchy
toothache?
things.
A toothache? What did he say?
Crawfish etouffee.
Etouffee.
A toothache.
Etouffee.
That means without the shell?
That's the pie.
That's the pie.
That's the pie.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's really.
Wasn't that a
really
character in
Okay.
Beauty and the Beast?
That's right.
Josh Gad played that character?
Yeah.
good. It is so awesome. But yeah, you could get a taste of New Orleans here
Mm-hmm.
in Ocala. I've been to Harry's before. Harry's is pretty good, and like I said, if you go to Rondo's for the crawfish,
Mm-hmm.
those are so good.
Nice.
Really?
So good.
Let me go to the phone. Good morning. You're on the air with Anthony.
Good morning, guys.
Hey.
Morning.
Hey, I'm a person that can almost eat anything, but I wouldn't give crawfish to a starving dog.
It is something that you have to get past the visual before you can actually get to it. But it's really good.
Really?
See, the question I got: traveling Europe nowadays, most countries have what they call a euro. It's a one source of money, right?
Right?
Can you? Is it smart to exchange your money for euros in this country, or do you have to wait till you get over there?
I believe you could do it here, but I would wait till I get over there as well. But I think isn't the euro right now more than the dollar?
I think so,
You
yeah.
just got some. Robin just got some.
Yeah. Got
Yeah.
the euro and the pound, and it's more than the dollar.
And that's why those when they come over here, they're spending because their money. That's why that international travelers coming here
Yeah.
because it's a little bit cheaper for them.
See, Robin
Yeah.
just did this. Robin went to the bank and exchanged American money to give to her son and daughter-in-law because they were heading over to England and Ireland and
Right,
Scotland.
and I got the pounds for
Oh,
them.
you did? Okay, good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
got the euros for my nephew because he was going to Italy.
Right. He went to Italy, so
So-
he got the euros.
He
yeah.
got
Oh.
euros, and my kids got the pounds.
So it might be better to just do it here then. Might as well.
It's
Well,
fun.
it was-
It's fun
it
to
was
see
nice.
it. That's,
Yeah.
that's all.
Well, I figured, if they got off the plane, maybe they had a little bit,
vending
to
machine.
do, and then
Yeah.
they can
Cab rides,
exchange
things
whatever
like
they
that.
do. Yeah.
But the question he asked is really one I was wondering too. Is it better to exchange it here or there? I wonder what is the better idea,
Well, I guess. Well,
or is it the same?
Well, just as she just said, that's actually a very good idea because if you don't have it when you get there, you get to the airport, you might want something to eat or drink, or you might want to have to take a cab ride or have to go somewhere or whatever. So it might be good for you to have that way before you get there.
Yeah, some of it, and then you can do
some
your
of it
other
get some here and then
exchange
some
over
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. That sounds
that works.
that's a very good idea.
So getting back to the food and Ocala.
Uh-huh.
So we could literally in Ocala take a tour of countries virtually with the food.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could go. Italian is easy to find, right? 'Cause there's a lot of-
Italian is easy. Italian is easy to find. It's Italian is easy to find. We have more barbecue places opening here, and living in Memphis for a year and a half, it kind of spoils you.
Oh,
So my taste in barbecue and the taste that's here is different. But that's what you're gonna have. Just
What
like,
about that place that looks like a red caboose? It's on the west side. What is that place? It's always got smoke coming out of the top
yeah,
of
it's
it.
a barbecue
I've
place.
heard of- yeah,
on 26
I've had
Highway
that.
27. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that, and that's very good.
Oh,
That's what I'm
okay.
thinking. I'm
Those
thinking those
big-
guys are probably doing it differently.
Right. Than a lot of other people. I'm going to try a couple more places here, but I've heard of one place, and I can't remember the guy's name, but the barbecue, the ribs are really, really, really good. I like the smoke flavor. So this is something, it's like a hobby for a lot of people, but a lot of people make a lot of money off this. So you can have really good barbecue here, but I always have to look at different places and stuff that. Yeah. Just like, I've lived in Philly. So when people says they have an original Philly cheesesteak here, and I go and they ask me if I want lettuce and tomato on it, I stop and I leave. Because that is not an original Philly. Philly is with Cheese Whiz. And there's only one place here.
Really?
Yes. There's only one place here that has that.
Where?
This place called Turnpike Mike's.
Where is that?
Turnpike Mike's is out on where On Top of the World is, across the street from where that Lowe's is. It's just he has this little trailer set up.
That's near where you live.
Trailer.
Yeah, it's called the I-95, but it's an actual original Philly cheesesteak.
Really? So, and it's a trailer?
And it's a trailer. And he's from Jersey. So they serve all of that.
All right,
Jersey,
we're going there for lunch.
Philly
all right, there we go.
For lunch. The I-95. Oh, yeah. That's the original Philly cheesesteak. Ladies and gentlemen, if they use Cheese Whiz, then that's an original Philly cheesesteak. If they say lettuce and tomato, it is not.
Yeah.
Anthony, I don't know what you do to the time, but you make it fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Lillian Wu. Some streets around the nation's capital shut off after an incident.
We were trying to stop this car near the